Hey, I don't know how else to say this. Today is June 22, 2025. The world just changed. In the early hours, the United States launched a direct military attack on Iran. This was not a proxy clash, nor a cyber strike. It was open war. The world holds its breath, but history exhales. Because this date is no accident. On this same day, exactly 84 years ago, Nazi Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, invading the Soviet Union. It was a surprise attack that ignited the bloodiest front of World War II, a betrayal that birthed a legend, the Great Patriotic War. So ask yourself, why June 22? Again? You could say it's just another headline, another battle in the Middle East, but no, this one is different. Because of the date, because of the pattern, because June 22 has been used before for war, for betrayal, for something bigger. Exactly 84 years ago, on this same day, June 22, 1941, Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union. No warning. That invasion kicked off what Russians still call the Great Patriotic War, and it became one of the bloodiest conflicts in human history. So let's think about that. June 22 is not just a day, it's a symbol, a code, a marker. And now it's happening again. Let me show you something. Let's start with the numbers. June is the 6th month, the day is 22, and the year 2025. We add all numbers in the date and reduce it to single digit. It equals 1. The number 1 is all about beginnings, power, initiation, and ego. And 22, that's something deeper. That's what numerologists called a master number, the master builder. It's about tearing down old systems and creating something new through force. And guess what? The Hebrew alphabet has 22 letters. The tree of life in Kabbalah, 22 paths. The tarot Fool card, the card number 0 or 22, suggests you leap forward into action, step blindly into chaos. Does that sound familiar? And then there is the timing. June 21 is the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the solar zenith. In pagan, Masonic, and occult calendars, it marks a gateway, a time for rituals of fire, blood, and power realignment, a global energy shift, a spiritual start of war indeed. The attack didn't just happen, it was timed. So to strike on June 22, right after the solstice, right as the sun enters Cancer, sign ruled by the moon, symbol of emotion, national identity, motherland, home, protection. Why is that important? When Cancer is violated, it's a symbolic attack on homeland and identity. For Russia, it was an existential attack, to which they responded with total national sacrifice. In 2025, Iran, like Russia in 1941, sees itself as a civilization under siege. These attacks are not just a military strategy, they are symbolic, they are ritualistic. On June 22, 1941, Nazi Germany launched a surprise invasion of the Soviet Union, Operation Barbarossa, a massive betrayal of the USSR as their Axis ally, and the deadliest of the whole 20th century. Over 3 million Nazi troops invaded Soviet territory without warning. Within months, Millions of Soviet citizens and soldiers died. Entire cities were wiped out. For the Russians, it became known as the Great Patriotic War, a conflict so brutal, so total, that it killed 30 million Soviets, making it the deadliest conflict in history for a single nation. It was not just a war, it was total annihilation, seen by Russians as a holy war of survival. For Russians, June 22 is a sacred wound. It represents suffering, betrayal, sacrifice, and eventual rebirth through struggle. And now, on that same day, war returns. Different place, same script. I'm not trying to scare you, but look at the alliances. Iran is not isolated. It has support from Russia, China, Hezbollah, Yemen. You think a single strike ends here? No, this could spread fast. Like dominoes, one flashpoint becomes a regional war that becomes global. And once again, we might look back and say it all started on June 22. Iran is not Iraq. This is not 2003. The symbolism of this attack is deep. An empire in decline, striking at nations steeped in martyrdom theology. A postmodern Babylon igniting war on the anniversary of fascism's great betrayal. An initiation rite, perhaps not just for war, but for global reset. Do not underestimate the pageantry of empire. Wars today are filmed, streamed, and choreographed as psychological operations. This strike was meant to be seen, not just by Iran, but by the world, by you. And here is the thing. The people pulling the strings, they understand symbols. They use numbers, timing, astrology, history as part of the script. This isn't just politics. This is ritual warfare, a way of reshaping the world through destruction. Some see this date as tactical, but to the initiated, it's ceremonial. War as theater, violence as sacrament, death as data. Today is not just a day of war, it is a signal that we're entering a new epoch, an age of open empire where myth and missile merge. Watch the patterns, decode the timing, because the empires of today do not hide their rituals, they televise them. June 22 is not random, it never was. And now we have a question. What comes next?